Hello, this is Frank Fortunato with CATEX TV. Today is Monday, October 17th, 2011. Off the coast of New Zealand, the worst maritime disaster in New Zealand's history continues. The container vessel, the MV Rena, has now split in two. It was loaded with over 1,000 containers. They've lost about 90, have fallen into the ocean already. The ship apparently is stable in its two parts. It's sitting on the reef. Removal of the ship's oil is progressing very slowly because the weather is going to worsen tonight. They've managed to pump out about 21 tons of oil, but the authorities say that the oil is the consistency of marmite, which means it's very thick and gooey, is being pumped through a 500-foot long 3-inch hose. Figure that out in a terrible seas moving back and forth. Also, the authorities are saying now that the ship may have taken a shortcut when the accident occurred. According to the country's environmental minister, it appears from the charts that the ship was in a rush to get to port and went at full speed, cut a corner on the directional charts and hit the reef. The captain of the Rena, which ran aground on October 5th, has already been arrested and charged with operating a vessel in a manner causing unnecessary danger or risk. The charge carries a maximum penalty of a year. The Wall Street protests have now blossomed out throughout the world. 175 demonstrators were arrested in Chicago. About 250 protesters have set up camp in London. And in Rome over the weekend, the worst civil disturbances since the end of World War II occurred in terms of violence. The London group camped outside of St. Paul's Cathedral in the heart of London after they began their protest on Saturday, when several thousand tried to take over an area in front of the London Stock Exchange. Apparently, the police pulled back their presence at the request of a member of the St. Paul's clergy. Also, here's an interesting story. Al-Qaeda owes insurance companies about $9.3 billion from September 11th. A judge in New York has recommended Al-Qaeda be assessed $9.3 billion to pay for damage to properties and businesses as a result of the terror attacks. A group of British, American, and Canadian insurers have sued Al-Qaeda for damages under the Federal Anti-Terrorism Act. U.S. Magistrate Judge Frank Maas in Manhattan on Friday said that the insurers should recover triple damages under the U.S. Terror Protection Act. The case is Federal Insurance Company versus Al-Qaeda. Federal Insurance Company is a Chubb subsidiary. Good luck getting that payment. Anadarko Petroleum has agreed to pay $4 billion to British Petroleum as part of a settlement related to last year's spill. Anadarko will be out of it now completely. They're also transferring their 25% share in the Macondo rig to BP. Listed broker Thompson Heat and Bond in London has extended the deadline for the finalization of its takeover by American broker AmWins up to November 14th. These are after the two sides failed to conclude negotiations by today, which was the cutoff date they had set because of new clauses in the UK merger law coming into effect. On Friday, Thai Prime Minister Yingluck predicted that Bangkok would be saved from the floods. She was right. The city was saved by high-capacity sluice gates and emergency sandbag barriers. Most of the water from the heavy rains upstream flowed past Bangkok into the sea. The Royal Irrigation Department stated that some low-lying areas east of the city could be flooded, but that it was being contained. The waters reached their peak on Saturday. That's the news for today. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.